Get ready for February 2025 with a release that brings shimmer, texture, and elegance to your crafting. This collection is designed to inspire your creativity, making it easier to add stunning details to your projects. Hello there everyone, and welcome to our February 2025 full reveal video. First up, we have our Craft Your Life project kit Garden Whispers. This is so pretty and very detailed. In here we have two large images that would work perfectly in the corner of your projects, as well as tons of different sentiments. Within the packaging you can see that we do have the layering guide to show you just how well the stamp works completely perfectly with the simple colouring stencil set. So as well as the 6x8 stamp set, we also have the colouring stencil set. In here you can see that we have 5 stencils. These are 4.5 by 8 inches, and these are so cool. So what these are going to do is these are going to line up perfectly with the stamp set and also the 3D embossing folder and allow you to add colour to the images really quickly and easily. As well as that, we also have the die set available as well. So this is going to come in the kit. So this is going to cut around those 2 large images that we have. We have a standalone blessed sentiment with a shadow, and also it's going to cut out the large sentiments from the stamp set. As well as that, to finish off the kit, we also have a 3D embossing folder. And you can see here that this has the same image from the stamp set, the large image that you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. So this is going to work perfectly with the stamp set and also with that simple colouring stencil set. Here I've just created a simple project just using the 3D embossing folder and also the simple colouring stencil set. Next up we have our Build a Garden, and this is the Peruvian lily. This is so pretty. You can see here with it we have a large image right at the bottom of this 6x8 stamp set and a lot of different sentiments that you can use for all different occasions. If you open up the packaging on the stamp set, you can see that we do have the layering guide, and this is going to show you how you can use the stamp set with the simple colouring stencil set which is in the kit to create this beautiful look. So here I am going to pick up the simple colouring stencil set. You can see here that we have 6x6 stencils, and we have 4 of those, and they have various different parts of the stamped image, so you can add colour to the different parts to create various different looks. As well as that, with all of our Builder Gardens, we do have a mini blending tool in that kit as well. As an add-on, if you don't like fussy cutting, we do have an add-on die set available. This is going to cut out that huge image that you can see on the stamp set, and it's also going to cut out the large sentiments from the stamp set as well. Next up, we have our crafter flower for this month, and this month we have the bearded iris. This is so pretty and very quite sizable. So you can see that we have a number of different dies in here. These do feature the keyhole system, so this is going to allow you to kind of work out which pieces go with which flower really quickly and easily. As well as that, we also have the layering guide right on the back of the packaging. So you don't have to go to our website to kind of download this. You are all going to have that as soon as you buy this, so you can quickly and easily pop these beautiful flowers together. Next up we have our mini delight. This is very cute. This is the BreezyQuest. So in the mini delight we have a 3x4 stamp set. On here we have a cluster of beautiful flowers on a branch, as well as a number of different sentiments on there. As well as that, we're also going to get this die set. Now this is quite sizable, and as you can see, it's going to create a fabulous hot air balloon. So we have various different layers that you can kind of build up on this one to create some really beautiful looks. We also have a new creative cuts this month, and this is the Doves in Flight. In here we have 2 large doves as well as 4 different sentiments that you can kind of mix and match together to create your own custom sentiments. You can see here that the birds are quite sizable and they do have that keyhole system. As well as that, we do also have the layering guide on the back of the packaging, so you can quickly and easily pop these together and have tons of beautiful birds on your next projects. Next up, we have Serene Garden. So we have two different things in this kind of collection. We have this 3D embossing folder. This is 6x6, and you can see that we have this beautiful image of a butterfly kind of frolicking away in some flowers, and you can see that we have 3 big blooms there as well as some foliage around that. So that's the 3D embossing folder. We also have a simple colouring stencil set which will coordinate with the 3D embossing folder. In here we have 5 stencils, and these are 4.5 by 8 inches, and you can see that these have various different portions of the image on the 3D embossing folder to kind of add colour to that. You can also use these separately as well if you wanted to, it's completely up to you. Next up, we have Faith word die. This is very pretty. You can see here that we have 2 dies in this die set. One which is the actual words which said have faith, and then we also have one that is a border, and this is very close cutting. So you're going to create a beautiful, very simple but elegant look with kind of layering these up. You don't necessarily have to use these together. You can use them separately. It's completely up to you. Next up, we have a whole load of stencils. So this is the Dancing Drops. This is a 6x6 stencil, and you can see that we have these beautiful kind of paisley design on there with some little dots on there as well. Use this with pastes and different inks to create various different looks. Next up, we have the squiggly lines. Again, this is a 6x6 stencil. You can see just how delicate that is. And this is going to add a beautiful texture to your backgrounds. You could also use these on die cuts if you wanted to. Here I've shown you using the new shimmer pastes that we have in store. Next up, we have the linked spots and dots. Again, another 6x6 stencil, great for backgrounds, also great to kind of create focal points on your card. You can see that it is quite delicate, and it does work perfectly with the new shimmer paste that we are releasing. Just look how pretty that is. We just know you're going to have tons of fun with these stencils and also the relief shimmer paste. Next up, we have Foil Leaf. Again, another 6x6 stencil. You can see just how fun that image is there. This one again works perfectly with our new shimmer relief paste. This is the antique gold, and you can see just how that shines, and it does add beautiful texture and shimmer to your projects. Next up, we have the dotted pattern. This does remind me of a Dalmatian's fur. You can see just how pretty that is there. Again, this is a 6x6 stencil, so we'll cover the front of an A2 card base perfectly. And you can see just how classy that kind of dot pattern is there with the brushed pyrite shimmer relief paste. Next up, we have the scattered tiles. So in this stencil set, we have 2 6x6 stencils, and these just layer up one on top of the other to create a beautiful kind of different depth pattern, as you can see here. On the back of the packaging, we do have the layering guide, so you can see how this is going to work with each other to create this very pretty effect that we have here. Next up, we have another stencil. This is the patterned Petals. This is so cool. So in here we have 4 6x6 stencils, which layer up on top of each other to create a beautiful pattern. But you don't necessarily need to use all of the kind of pieces. If you want to just use one of these stencils, they all work individually as well. So as well as having that beautiful pattern, you can use them separately. You can just use one or two. It's completely up to you how you want to kind of arrange and play with these. Very excited this month to finally release our Shimmer Relief Paste. You can see here that we have 7 colors to start with. I have had mine a while, so I have added a little bit of some kind of cling film in here to keep these nice and fresh. You can see that you are going to get a silver lid on top of each of your Shimmer Relief Paste, so they're going to come to you perfectly. And you can see that we have that beautiful kind of thick texture paste in there, and it has tons of mica in this, so you're going to be able to create beautiful, beautiful shimmery effects. So we do have 7 colors, and here they are. You can see that you are going to be able to get a lot of texture from these. We have pearl, we have antique silver, we have brushed pyrite, enchanted gold, rose gold, burnished platinum, and also smoky quartz. So we have silver colors, we have a platinum color, we have some rose gold, and we also have those smoky hues as well. Use these through your stencils, use these freehand to create your own kind of different looks. We are sure you're going to have so much fun with adding these to your projects. Next up, we have the Stampwheel 2.0 center alignment guides. We know a lot of you have been waiting for these, and these are finally here. So in the pack, you're going to get 4 different stencils. You're going to have these so you can line up your 4 1/4 by 5.5 cards. Also a 5 by 7. This is the 6 by 6 kind of alignment guide. And we also have one that you can do an 8 by 8 on your larger 2.0 stamp wheel. We are also adding the SlimGrip sticky mats for the Stampwheel 2.0, and we have a choice of 2 colors. We have the black, and we also have a frosted option. The frosted I have in my Stampwheel 2.0, which you can see here, and this fits perfectly in, and I add that under my sticky mat so I can kind of have that guide there showing whenever I'm using my Stampwheel 2.0. Also, we are adding some instant dimension foam tape. This is so cool. So we have different sizes and thicknesses here. So these first 2 that I have here, the green and the yellow, these are the same thickness as our normal instant dimension foam tape, but we have 2 different widths. We have a 1/4 inch, and we also have a full inch there. So that's going to help you without having to cut things down. We also have double thickness. Yay! So no longer will we have to kind of double up our instant dimension foam tape. We have the double thickness here. We have a 1/2 inch and also a 1/4 inch in that one there. Last but not least, in the release, we are adding some more inks. And you may have seen some of these ink colors before, but we have added these into color families. So we have a green family and a pink family. These were part of the spring bouquet, but we now have 2 different color families here. We have the Bubblegum Dreams, which is the baby pink fuchsia, the magenta, and also the fabulous new jazzberry. Then for the Whispering Woodland, we have Limeade, Lime, Fresh Leaf, and Reindeer Moss. We have these available in the circle pads, the mini ink cubes, and also re-inkers. So there we have it. Here are just a few projects from our designers and guest designers. We really do hope that you spotted something in this release that inspires you and makes you want to create something beautiful. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye. Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.